Hello everybody, this is ELIZ-SHA Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and .net is on a safe hosting. I'm very happy with it. Wisdom Seekers, that's my logo. Very proud of my logo because my daughter made it for me. She's a graphic artist. She did this. That was one of her very first pieces of work, actually. And I wanted a horse looking back over its shoulder, and she did it for me. So, having said that, tomorrow, this is for Earth signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for May 5th, 2023, Cinco de Mayo. It's also the lunar eclipse, and tomorrow afternoon, early in the afternoon, we're going to do a live. Maddie and I are going to do a live talking about the lunar eclipse, and I do think Mercury is going direct shortly around this period. It is a Jupiter moon, so it should be, no, pardon me, it's a Scorpio moon. It should be very exciting, actually, time period. And from what I'm reading in the cards, yeah, it's pretty exciting time period. We will be doing it's not an interactive, but we will answer a few questions. All right. Again, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. First card I get is stay in balance. And it's a major arcana. Not a good thing, right? But it is very important that we stay in balance, stay grounded. Grounding is one of the things that I recommend. And I recommend you put your imagination into the center of the earth and pull up fresh, clean energy and put it into your body. And when it comes up, and imagine it's a tree, when the tree leaves out or has the blossoms, then you know you're grounded. The next card, the Queen of Swords, means that it should be it should be a new kind of energy that you're dealing with, because she's a change card. But what she talks about is opening your heart up rather than closing it down. So when you open your heart up and let things move and flow through you, that you're less likely to be caught up, hurt. It's when you close yourself down that things get packed into you and build up, and then you have all this subconscious crap that comes up and you have to deal with it. The next card is a card of not knowing there's a way out. It's the Eight of Swords, knowing there's a way out, but not having a clue how to get out of it. Well, the thing is, if you see it on every single card deck I've ever seen, a tarot card deck I've ever seen, it would be very simple to get out of that situation. It's because she's thinking inside the box rather than allowing herself to see the bigger perspective. So you want to see the bigger perspective tomorrow. And both these cards are sort of indicating that you do want to see the bigger picture. The Queen of Swords and the Eight of Swords. And it's seeing more than your regular senses tell you. You want to see with your third eye, you want to see with your intuition, you want to see with your knowingness. 10 of Wands would indicate that there's a lot of work to be done on Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May. If you can do that, and most people can, you wouldn't be watching me if you weren't capable of this, honestly, then this is the result for you, the Hermit card. And the Hermit is no longer stuck in a cave for 13 years, becoming the rainbow body, and just sort of puffing up into enlightenment. this is a card where you get out and you just be you. And that how you handle tomorrow will be a good indicator of just being you authentically. That means not hiding. It means staying open to what happens. And being the hermit doesn't mean you have to go out and pat people on the shoulder and say, hey, this is how you do it. All it means is you have to be that person and walk the walk, walk the talk, be where you are, do what you can. And the outcome cards, I have 2 outcome cards, is the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is being very on top of every situation, but being very grounded at the same time. So flying high, being happy, being being confident, sure, and happy. And then the 3 of Pentacles is, again, you put in the effort, you've put in the work. People are going to pay attention to you. They're going to hear you. And that would be, these 2 cards, again, would indicate similar things. They're going to hear you. It's important for you to be heard. It's also a pentacle, which means as you go through this stuff, you will become more abundant. And that's kind of important nowadays. The more we can allow ourselves to be abundant, the more we change the prognosis of that we keep hearing on the world front. And I don't believe that we're going to have the famine to the extent that we've talked about, simply because that they talk about. I haven't. Simply because I do believe there is enough people waking up and being aware that we can change reality, and we are going to change reality. So tomorrow is May 5th is a very important day for changing reality. Namaste, namasko, stay balanced.